Hi, I'm Nyree. I run an adoption support channel. Today I'm just going to run through how I get my ideas together for my videos and then how I film them. And so welcome back if you're part of my community. You'll find it interesting to do what I do behind the scenes. If you're new here, you might also find it interesting and useful too if you're thinking of doing something similar yourself. So the first thing that I have to do is tuck myself away into my little room like I am now, think about what I'm going to script and get my ideas together. So that's the first thing that I'm going to show you. So I use these kind of happy planners to get my scripting going, and I think about what my response has been to my previous videos, and I think about what things that I'm passionate about around adoption. And what I'll do is I'll brainstorm my ideas first of all. See if I can show you. So I'll come up with maybe 10 ideas and I'll think about which ones seem to resonate best with my audience, or I might actually do a little bit of variety in there. So that's the first thing I do, is sit down and brainstorm. And I do that by partly searching on YouTube to see what other people have come up with, but actually now that the channel is about a year old, I actually come up with a lot of my own ideas as well. And then I will sit down and I will say, write out in detail 2 subjects as well. So here there's 2 ideas here, and I've actually put all my bullet points down. So I don't tend to script the whole thing anymore, whereas in the beginning I definitely did do that. I would write down everything I was going to say, but that doesn't really leave much of license to kind of think about how you want to put it across personally. So that's the first thing, is that I've changed from writing everything down, but I definitely need some bullet points. What I will do though is I'll kind of almost semi-rehearse those bullet points before I sit down in the front of the camera, and I'm going to show you in a minute where I film, how I film, what camera I use. At the moment obviously I'm on my phone, but I'm going to show you exactly what I do. In the beginning I used my phone, which is what I'm doing now. Now, the issues around using a phone are not many. So I say that you can use a phone. You can definitely use a phone. You obviously need a decent level of recording. At the moment, I've not got the lavalier plugged in because it's going to cause me a few problems when I start walking around the house. So the audio won't be as good. But a lavalier is something that you clip onto your clothing and you get a really good audio from it. I think it's better than the microphone that I use on my camera, but of course you've got the lead, and the lead can make your phone wobble around a bit. Okay, so it's all jumbled up at the moment, I know. Now my current phone is a Samsung S20, so it doesn't have a round port for this, so I've had to buy a little I think they call it dongle. What I'm going to say to you is, before I came onto YouTube a year ago, I was the least technical person known to man, and my husband still can't believe that I've learned all this, and I've just learned little by little and made lots of mistakes. So it definitely can be done, because if I can do it, anybody can. So this is a dongle that goes into my phone, and you have a battery in here. And something that I learned the hard way is that you have this bit on off. You don't have it on because it wasn't working when I first used it, and I got really stressed. And then you clip this up on your clothing near your mouth, and obviously this lead hopefully will go underneath your clothing. And that, my friends, has been pretty much what I've done for most of my videos on the channel up until about, say, 4 or 5 months ago, and it was good. It was good sound, good quality. So you'll see that on a lot of my videos. So that's that. Now, if perchance you're interested in how I film these videos, because these videos are planning videos and I've only just started planning, I use these because I need a creative outlet other than the adoption channel, because I am retired, but more importantly, I have now been diagnosed with a chronic pain condition, and I can't do a lot of kind of active things. So I am very much into this whole planning scene for a creative outlet. Now, for that, you need a different setup than you would a face video. So my videos are generally face videos, headshot talking videos, if you want to call it that. And now this is what I use for overhead videos, and this arm extension is, this has managed to clip on here, go up here, and then my camera will clip on there and do headshots down. So that's really useful. Let me just talk you through my camera. Okay, so the problems that you have with cameras and phones is sometimes running out of battery is a big one. You can be in the mood to film and then you just run out of battery. So you always have to be thinking ahead. I very rarely just say to myself, oh, I'm going to film today and I've got my script here and just rush out into my recording area and start doing it. I've got to make sure that my camera card is in there and it's not too full. I'm going to make sure that I'm charged up properly, and the same with your phone. And when you get into it, of course, you've got so many videos stored that sometimes your memory runs out. Well, that's a whole different subject area. So much to learn. So this is a Sony ZV-1, and I'll probably link some of this stuff in my description box below as affiliates. Beneficial thing to this over the phone, because I'm going to be honest, I haven't learned all the settings yet. I'm not getting it right yet, and I know I need to look a lot more, is when you are filming, you see yourself in here, which is brilliant. But of course, you don't look in here, you look in here. Okay, so with your phone, you can end up looking in the middle, which is not where you need to look. You've got to be looking where the camera is, which I've got to just check is on this side at the moment. And that's the biggest problem with it. You tend to kind of be looking all over the place sometimes. It's easy to look into the center and think that people are looking at your eyes, when actually you need to look at the camera and know where that camera is all the time you're filming. So that's a problem. So the camera, whatever camera you get, if you can get one that has a flip open screen so you can check how the recording's going, brilliant. But the most important thing, of course, is you just look into the lens when you're recording, and that in itself gives a much better result, I would say. So this is what I use with my CV1. It's quite big. I've got a smaller microphone and it just clips into, you've got different things that you can plug in there, but that's where that microphone's going to go. It needs to go all the way in, because if you don't push it in properly, you'll do your recording and actually what will happen is you will have no audio. That happened to me recently. So yeah, so that I just set that up, clips into the top. Trying to do this whilst holding the phone, so that just clips into there, and then I'll make sure that I'm not too far away from that. And that also works if I'm going to do top down as well. So basically this camera is going to attach on the end of that arm for top down. So yeah, so let me take you outside. I'm going to walk through the house. I've checked it. It's not lovely and clean. It's not horribly dirty, but I'm going to take you through the house anyway. So I hope I can get outside without it raining on me. And let's just turn to me, because you don't really want to see, well, you get to see steamed up glasses. That's lovely and amazing. Okay, maybe you would want to see me more, or maybe you would want to see the house. Right, so just popping downstairs now. Kind of live in a reasonably big size house for the UK-ish. So it's not massive, but it's quite big. Would it be nice to show you the dog? Oh, there he is. All right, Surfy. The dog gets pretty miserable when the kids are at school, don't you? Yeah. This is what I've been doing to occupy myself, because, you know, basically, yeah, not only am I old, but also sort of semi-tidy-ish around here. Yeah, puzzles. I never thought I would be doing puzzles. Right, okay, so I'm coming outside now, and it's my husband's projects, gardening. He's insanely into gardening. There's a cat who will probably try and follow me out in a minute in here. Yeah, so this is where I film. Yeah, so I come out here and I film, and the good thing about it is that the space is mine most of the time. So you can hear stuff outside, but not that often. So I have that light on sideways onto me, so it doesn't reflect on my glasses. And people don't come out here when I'm filming. I used to film down this end, but as you can see, it's been sabotaged with music-y stuff, because My Family a Musical, and the light was better. It used to come in full onto my face down here. However, it's at the front of the house and there'd be lots more interruptions and the sun would be a bit intense. So I created an area back here that looks like a room. So that's the mystery behind it. I've made it into a room, and yeah, I film back here and bring my script out with me, look at it first, have a hot drink, and then get going. And sometimes what will happen is I'll faff around with the light because it's not in the right position. Sometimes there will be rain outside and I can hear it. And sometimes there will be cats that just he has an absolute obsession with when I'm in here. I don't know why. He has to come in. He is, honestly, I don't want to be rude about my cat, but he is a miserable cat. But he just has a thing about coming in here. You'll excuse all the bits and bobs, like we do different things, like charity things and that. We have this stuff waiting to go to different people. So, you know, yeah, it's a mess, isn't it? But I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, I hope he doesn't wee in here. So yeah, so this is where I sit. For those of you who are more interested in the technical stuff, again, this is how this works. So these legs can be moved up and down considerably. Like this is very short for where it is, but I would say it doesn't go really, really tall. I'm not going to open it up now because it's really hard whilst holding this phone. But the camera will then, this bit here, will then screw into here. Now the cat wants to go out. Never work with animals and children, they say, but this is an adoption channel, so you know. So it feels a bit precarious when you first put it on, but you just keep swiveling it around. There we go. All right, and then I will open up the screen. I'll make sure that my head, however much I don't want it to be, will be kind of, see, I'm looking at the wrong part of my phone now. So my head will be positioned correctly. So I'm going to show you what the camera's doing now. Right, so there I am. So I would be saying then that I'm kind of in the middle and I've got 2/3 of me showing, and that's okay. Because I'm a little bit not a little bit overweight, because I'm a bit overweight, I don't like a lot of my body showing. So I try to get that right. Try to get my hair reasonable, but my hair can't be at the moment because it's going grey and I'm letting it go grey. And then I'll have my scripting next to me, and I'll have a hot drink next to me, and I'll start. And normally when I start, a couple of times I will get it wrong. So I'll say too much or not enough, or you know, whatever it is. So I'll do something like, hi, welcome to my adoption channel. My name is Nyree, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that's too much. And I'll just get straight into it and go, hi, this is an adoption support channel. Today we're going to talk about blah. And so that is how I do that. Now, if there's anything else I could say to you about it, is it's tiring. And I have a few friends on YouTube who are also doing it, and they managed maybe to get out one video a week, you know, maybe more sometimes, but it's a lot of planning. And I think with an adoption channel, which is what I'm doing, is that there are some subjects that are no-goes because either they're very thought-provoking and they're too emotional. Then there are videos which are very country dependent, and I'm not Adoption UK. Obviously, I am a UK person, but I've tried not to go down the Adoption UK route because a lot of my videos are around children's challenging behaviour and that type of thing. So that's kind of quite generic, but there are still cultural differences that happen in videos. So you've always got to be thinking about your audience, and you can never stay still with YouTube. If you want it to be successful, then you've just got to put the effort in. I was okay at doing that until I got ill, and then I struggled a lot more because I think I had it together. Illness and stuff and family can get in the way, and that's depressing because I really enjoyed it, and I do still enjoy it. But I've realised that sometimes you've got to take a break. Sometimes you've got to sort of take a moment to chill. we also have children that are very challenging at home, which if you look on my adoption channel, if you're interested in the adoption side and you're thinking of subscribing to me, then check it out. There's lots on there about what we go through every day, every week, and lots of stuff about us as well. So guys, that is kind of like how I do my filming, and I hope you've enjoyed an inside look into that a little bit, and I will put some more vlog style videos on my channel, maybe some stuff that I do in the kitchen, maybe some stuff I do with the kids. I can't film the children ever, so vlog style videos about lifestyle are very hard to do. So it'd be all right to have their voices in the background, but it wouldn't be okay to catch their names or anything like that on the camera. It would not be appropriate. So all right, thank you for listening.